Good evening, you're watching Left, Right and Centre. I'm Nidhi Razdan. On the show tonight, the political storm over the Batla House encounter verdict. As a court convicts a suspected terrorist Shehzad for the murder of a police officer, we ask whether the judgment provides any closure to the controversy over whether or not this was a fake encounter and whether the verdict really silences those who've been sceptical about the genuineness of what happened that day. Also later in the program, Amartya Sen responds to the BJP's blistering attack on him, saying he has the right to talk about what kind of Prime Minister he wants. He is an Indian citizen. But first, suspected Indian Mujahideen terrorist Shehzad Ahmed was today convicted by a Delhi court for murdering a police inspector in the 2008 Batla House encounter. An encounter Congress leader Digvijaya Singh had called fake, triggering a major political storm. The BJP today has demanded Digvijaya Singh's apology, saying the verdict proves the encounter was genuine. But Digvijaya Singh is sticking to his stand. He says he still wants a judicial probe to look at the circumstances of what happened that day and will not apologize to anyone.
All guilty as accused. A sessions court in Delhi today said this man, Shehzad Ahmed, and 3 others had killed Delhi Police Inspector Mohan Chand Sharma and tried to murder 2 others during the Batla House encounter. But while the court agreed to the prosecution's charges, it did criticize the Delhi police. The judge said the incident was not a sudden confrontation. The police already had information. Despite this, Inspector MC Sharma did not wear any body protection device, and 2 members of the raiding party had no weapon with them, despite knowing that they may face firing. Not clear whether it was merely a misadventure or lack of professionalism or scarcity of weapons. Whatsoever it may be, it did not give license to occupants of a flat to fire at police persons who came there to investigate. Inspector Sharma's family was not at court but said they felt vindicated by the order.
कोर्ट ने आज इस पे मोहर लगा दी कि ये एक फर्जी इनकाउंटर नहीं था और उनकी शहादत जो थी वो सच्ची थी.
The Batla House case has always been a political issue, with many, including senior Congress leader Digvijaya Singh, saying that the encounter was fake. Though the Congress very categorically said the encounter was genuine, the controversy has refused to die down.
कोर्ट के इस फैसले के बाद भी और इतनी स्पष्ट उक्ति के बाद के बटाला एनकाउंटर सही था और जो आदमी जिसने उसमें हत्या की उसको उन्होंने दंडित किया है, फैसला सुनाने वाले हैं दंड के बारे में, तब भी उनको ये समझ में नहीं आया कि सच बोलना चाहिए.
उस बयान पर मैं आज भी कायम हूँ, लेकिन जुडिशियल इंक्वायरी नहीं हुई. जुडिशियल प्रोनाउंसमेंट आ गया है. अब जुडिशियल प्रोनाउंसमेंट में अग्रीड पार्टी जो भी निर्णय लेना चाहे ले.
Today the court has found the encounter to be genuine. So I don't think there is any sense of vindication or any cause for celebration.
At Batla House, many residents who we spoke to said they were unhappy with the verdict, but it was a long-expected line for them.
Several of the senior Delhi police officers maintain off-camera that today's order by the Saket court vindicates their stand that this was in fact a genuine encounter. However, Shehzad family feels that it was circumstantial evidence that was used to nail him, and they have a strong grounds for appeal. With Ketki Angre, Tonima Biswas and Alok Pandey, Siddharth Pandey in New Delhi for NDTV.
So does this verdict really provide any closure, or does it throw up many more questions? Joining us on the program tonight, we have Pinky Anand, spokesperson of the BJP. We have Manisha Sethi of the Jamia Teachers Solidarity Association, which is the group that has been spearheading and demanding an inquiry into that encounter and has raised several questions on its genuineness. The former Police Commissioner of Delhi, Mr. T.R. Kakkar, is also with us. Mr. Kumar Ketkar, senior journalist, joins us from Mumbai and will be joined shortly by Abhishek Singhvi of the Congress Party. Let me ask Manisha Sethi first. Does this controversy lay to rest at the end of the day over whether or not this was a genuine encounter, as those on the other side believe today?
No, not at all. Because if one has followed the trial, process in the last few weeks, especially when the defense was making its final arguments, one would have seen that very, very fundamental questions were raised about the entire prosecution story, about the police story. There were questions about whether Shehzad was actually present there or not. There was no recovery, of Shehzad's clothes or any personal belongings from that flat. No fingerprints were found matching. The only thing that connected him to that spot was the passport, which had long expired. And there were several other questions. The most fundamental question as to can somebody actually escape from that building? If anybody has seen that building, it's virtually impossible to do so. So there were several fundamental questions which had been raised, and in fact, what the judgment today does is to raise even more questions about if one look. I've had a very quick glance at the order. But for example, it says that yes, it's possible for somebody to pose as local resident and escape. The verdict seems to have validated that position. Now, imagine a situation where you have this very narrow house with a narrower staircase, with a police party downstairs, with ACP Sanjeev Yadav himself walking up, police party upstairs, and somebody going down posing as locals, and escaping, making good their escape. It's virtually impossible. So,
but the point is, the court has convicted him. It has convicted
this is not
him.
The final court.
Sure, but the court has said that he did kill MC Sharma.
No, the court has said that, but where are the bullets which he apparently has fired?
There are questions, yes, there are questions,
yeah,
but
so
this is a court order, this is a verdict.
This is a court order, but this is not the final order. There is another court of appeal which one will go to.
But Pinky Anand, the same court has also said, and again this order has just come in the last hour or so, so we're still going through it. It said there's actually no evidence to establish whether the accused actually was a terrorist, and that it hardly matters whether the accused was affiliated to the Indian Mujahideen or not. In this particular case, they were looking at whether the police inspector was murdered or not. Doesn't that also then throw up a big question mark?
No, the question is actually, please let's understand, Nidhi, the whole trial was not under the terrorist activities, I mean, so to say, under the UAPA. He was charged under 302, which is of the penal code, which only involves murdering somebody. So the question of determination doesn't have to be whether he is a terrorist or not. It's another matter. It might have been a useful exercise to have done that, but it is not required. You don't need a motive to establish why he did so. The fact that he killed somebody in cold blood, that is sufficient for a conviction under 302 and the other provisions of the IPC as he was charged for.